Hey, buddy.
Are you with us? Are you here right now?
Yeah. This was a preemptive attack on a neutral party. There was actually some house-to-house fighting. They would take a house and, then it was shooting between houses. There was charging into a house and hand-to-hand combat. It was crazy. You and Lucifer, give me back my home. But for the English, this was such a huge thing because, again, like I said, they weren't used to guerrilla warfare. They're like, this is a coward's war. This is, they're fighting like evil heathens. And then finally, here we have this siege, an honorable fight, and we won it. It was not how I initially planned.
This battle?
You're talking to John. Barry.
What, John?
Shoot with us?
I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon, John. Or maybe, I don't know. Guess nobody ever knows.
On the line, this is my home. What's up, folks? I'm back here many months later at the Great Swamp here in Kingston, Rhode Island. Now, I came back here with a friend of mine, Alex, and we had gotten some pretty interesting things.
One day, you'll see the sky.
Do you see the sky differently than
Come
we do?
down.
The sky come down. Oh my god. Okay.
There's power. It's true. South. There's power. Empowering. I don't know what that was.
I had initially thought that the Native American encampment here in the Great Swamp, it actually wasn't here. It was on an island deeper in the swamp. Now, this is a lot of forest paths and everything like that, but a good chunk of it is swampland. They just, have this enough here to walk and not be so flooded and murky and gross. It was a rather large island in the middle of the swamp where an entire settlement was built for the winter, and this was actually belonged to the Narragansett tribe. I had mistakenly said that it belonged to Metacomet and the Wampanoag, so I just wanted to correct that immediately. Once I had realized that, again, a lot of, it's so little is talked about it, so when you do hear it, you do need to check it. A lot of it just, is there's a lot of hearsay around it. There's a lot of, even the sources from the colonists, from the English, from the settlers, a lot of that actually paints them as winning in a much better light. Usually fighting more insurmountable odds and managing to either barely overcome or, hey, at least we bloodied them. They were actually losing for a good chunk of the war. They were getting their, excuse my French, they were getting their asses kicked. The main reason why they ended up winning later on in the war is actually because of a shortage of gunpowder on the side of the Narragansett, the Wampanoag, and their allies. But they did actually have foundries to maintain their guns, so that was actually really cool. But back to the Great Swamp. Now, this was a settlement that took them by surprise, the settlers, when they had marched in here in December of 1675. This actually took place before the events of Nine Men's Misery, a couple of months before. And on a cold December in the 1600s, about a small army of men had come out here to preemptively attack the Narragansett. The Narragansett until then had been neutral, and they had feared this gathering that was here in the Great Swamp. It was just a winter encampment, and they found it and they went to siege it. Now, they hadn't seen anything this big. It had fortifications, it had buildings. They were taken aback, not so much by the buildings, but I mean, just a fortified settlement wasn't something that they were used to. This was going to be such an important fight for them because up until then, the English had just been fighting essentially guerrilla war, war against guerrilla fighters. And just going into settlements and raiding and setting torches to the place. Like I said, this was a preemptive attack on a neutral party. So this was even before Providence got burned. And that was the Narragansett who burned Providence, so they were pretty pissed. So they came out here and they started fighting. There was actually some house-to-house fighting. They would take a house and, then it was shooting between houses. There was charging into a house and hand-to-hand combat. It was crazy. This wasn't a war camp. This wasn't like them getting together to get ready to strike the English, to join King Philip, to join Sachem Metacomet. This was just them trying to live. So there were plenty of warriors there to keep people safe, and they fought quite well. But most of the casualties was a staggering number of innocents, women, children, elderly, who got caught not in the crossfire per se, but when the place got burnt to the ground. A number of them were taking shelter, and the place got lit on fire because that's how the fight worked. That's how the strategy was. Get there, torch it. So a lot of them got burned to death, unfortunately. Some of them obviously got caught in the actual crossfire of the fighting, but the majority of it came from the fire. But that was the Battle of Great Swamp, or the Great Swamp Fight, or the Great Swamp Massacre, depending on which angle you want to look at it at, because they kind of are all correct. But again, there was a massacre because of all the civilians that got caught and just the sheer number of bodies. It was a fight because it wasn't just a one-sided come in and just ruin everyone's day. But for the English, this was such a huge thing because, again, like I said, they weren't used to guerrilla warfare. They're like, this is a coward's war. This is bad. They're fighting like evil heathens. And then finally, here we have this siege, an honorable fight, and we won it. When in reality, it's a little bit, it's different, much different from what actually happened. Like I said, the English were getting their butts whooped, so they tended to paint a lot of things in better light. We're gonna see who might be here, see if we can get some corroboration on some of what I just talked about, as well as if anyone is aware of Metacomet here, because last time Alex had gotten a name, but he didn't really know what it was. He said Meta something, and so I just want to see if maybe we can get that to come through on the spirit box, because that would be amazing. Proud. Holy sh**. You are proud to fight in the war? To protect your people, your homes? When I am what? So what about me? When I what? Alright, hold on. No, don't worry. Yeah, no, we're gonna stay. That was really quiet. Hold on. Now we can hear a little bit better. This is unusual, isn't it? So, what is it? What's most unusual? The fact that we're just talking in general, or the fact that you're talking to someone that you probably would have fought against? Again, you can use the energy from my equipment to communicate. You can even, if you want, you can interact with what's on the ground over there, that red device. I'm gonna ask again, am I speaking with a Narragansett tribe member?
People to see.
You want people to see. You want people to see that you're real? I didn't get that. I know you said earlier that you were proud. Do you have anything else that you would like to share? I have to die. Right here, right now. Okay. Why? Neighbor, do you want to try and take my bag again? I know you seem to like it. You still can't have it, but do you still like it? Do you like that this is here? This giant stone? Or would you have preferred something different? Personal something. Are you a protector? I think I got hate. Do you hate me? I just got attacked. You're going to be something about being attacked. Get up. I'm already up. Do you know where your settlement is from here? Or where it used to be, in what direction?
Is that privacy?
What was that?
Is that privacy?
I think so. Is that or I will see? You and me. What about you and me? Can we have peace? That's fine. I think I just heard that's fine. So kind of like between your people and Roger Williams. I can't really do the Estes method. Unless, of course, Barry,
So,
would you be interested in asking some questions?
what is it?
So I'm gonna put on headphones, and then you would just ask questions, like, hey, just could be just something as simple as, like, hey, who's here with us right now? It could be to ask if they're from the Narragansett, if they're, if they took part in the battle, that sort of thing.
Okay.
If that's something that you would want to do. If not,
Yeah.
then we can.
I'm down.
Okay.
We'll do it. Okay.
Hey, buddy.
Are you with us? Are you here right now?
Yeah,
How many people?
got a visitor. Obese.
True, me too. How many people? How many people passed
The
away?
white.
How many people passed away?
The bastard.
Was it a large loss of life?
Never.
Never.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Still upset?
I think I heard cooking.
Cooking. Are you guys still angry?
That was loud. It was like, hey.
Like
Good.
yes.
Something about disease.
Disease. You think I'm disease ridden? Possible.
Friends of yours. Get off. Get off.
Get off of the memorial? Get off of the memorial? What do you want us to get off of?
Come on. Run. higher. On you. I'm on you. Oh my god. By the way, I just gotta get off again. There's a male voice and there's a female voice. The female voice keeps saying get off him, and then the male voice is just like saying the most aggressive, ignorant we'll keep going.
Alright.
Spot that.
Do you hate whites now? Do you hate the white people?
Something in the field everywhere. Once.
Once you used to?
Hang him.
Oh, okay. That's pretty direct. Hang who?
You don't have to. Get off him.
Are you upset
Hey
with us?
now. Better hurry. Your head.
What are you guys talking about? Are you talking to us?
Taking it home. We could have won.
Could have won the war? Who are we speaking to? Or the battle?
Barry?
Who,
You.
Who are we speaking to?
What do you want?
Are these the natives? Are you guys afraid?
You met me. Obviously not.
Not afraid? Are you guys still upset?
Guess who's back? Your mom. Me.
You are upset?
I'm back.
Or you're back to talking with us?
Yeah,
Was the fight scary?
the preborn. Yep,
Yes, it
there
was.
was a way. Was a way.
Was a way for what? A way for you to win?
You and Lucifer.
Who? Who and Lucifer?
Now, get your souls into account. Us. Us. Barry, go down.
To Lucifer? Already there, buddy. Don't worry.
I know. Down the road. I know what is down the road.
For who? For me?
The thing. Monster.
I'm a monster?
Greed. You see, little kid.
Why do you feel that way?
It matters.
What matters?
That was f***ing clear too. Holy sh**.
What matters? And for who?
It's in the car? The f*** is being talked about?
I don't know. I've been asking it like questions based off of what it was saying. I keep hearing shit over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know what's up with that.
Oh, it just said asshole. You got Ebola. Oh my god. Okay. We'll go for a little bit longer and then we'll head out. My home.
This is your home?
You devil.
A lot of devil references here.
Give me back my home.
Who are you talking to?
Don't stop. Not yet. A story. Watch. Late tonight. Guns.
What about guns?
Holding it.
This is a camera.
Sage. You must believe.
Believe what?
Something is law.
What is law?
It was not how I initially planned.
This battle?
You're talking to John.
John.
And hunters. Barry.
What, John?
Shoot with us?
I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon, John. Or maybe, I don't know. Guess nobody ever
On
knows.
the line. This is my home.
You want me to defend this with you? Is that what you're asking?
A little more. No property.
John, were you a part of the colonists?
I love what I do. Also incredibly clear.
You love fighting?
Oh, what the fuck?
Hmm.
But why would he... Okay, going back to history, turning things off right now. I don't know what his name is, and it's bothering me so much right now, guys. So there was... I wasn't sure if it was the Great Swamp Battle or if it was another fight. I think it was this one. But there was one dude who was basically just an absolute monster. I mean, like, it went way beyond what, like, how, like, Puritans and, like, settlers saw Native Americans. Like, this was, like, you know, back then it was mostly just, like, they didn't care what race you were, you know. It was more about, like, what you believed. This dude was just, like, Puritan Anglos all the way, like some real crazy fucking, you know, supremacist kind of crap. And if it is, I'll come back, or maybe not like come back here, but I will film a little bit further for the video, but it.
I said there was somebody, John.
Yeah.
That was the name that he repeated.
He said he was with the hunters, and there's 2 hunters coming. I think 2 hunters, unless these guys are just walking. There's 2 people with orange walking towards us right now. Nah, they're not hunters, but yeah, no, that's crazy. Maybe there are European spirits here, not just Native American, which would explain why there's so much animosity here. That's interesting. But we've got some people coming down. We'll let them enjoy their day. We'll start packing up, and I'm gonna try and find that guy. What is up, folks? I'm coming at you from my basement to tell you some good news. I learned. So what did I learn? Good question. I had looked into who John could possibly be, and I was completely wrong. It was in fact not who I initially thought it was. I thought it was someone who was a settler, a colonist, an Englishman. Not so. There's actually a person who belongs to the Narragansett tribe, and so his name was John, Stonewall John. Nothing like Stonewall Jackson, for the most part. His name was actually a lot more literal. No, he was not an actual stone wall. He made them. He was literally a stonemason / craftsman. Just the dude was just big old craftsman. Whether it was making walls of stone, Stonewall. I think he even had he was the one running the foundry, the gunsmithing for the Narragansett. I think he at the very least he had a few of them going, and he was sort of the one behind those. So a lot of interesting things. So we were talking to Stonewall John. Have I been saying Jackson? I hope not. Stonewall John is the name of the full name of the guy that we were talking to. So that was really awesome. And finding out about this man, I found another place to visit. A place called the Queensfort, which is where they fled to after the attack on the Great Swamp. So, really interesting stuff. I'm glad. It's incredible how it all sort of started fitting together. How, it's just one of those things, guys. I'm sorry if I sound so rambly. This is just something that's really just interesting. John comes through on the spirit box. I'm thinking, oh, it's just some Englishman. Nope. There's actually a Native American figure whose name is Stonewall John. It blows my mind how this stuff just connects like this. I'm sorry for swearing. It's just... I'm excited. I'm going to wrap it up. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm loving this. This is kind of what I went out to look for when I started doing this. I wanted to see how history and the paranormal can intersect. And sure enough, we just got that. I want to see what else we can get. I can't wait to go out and do more. However, I am actually going to be filming at the SK. So, what do y'all know about haunted mansions, guys? So, I can't wait for that video. But we're going to keep going with all of the King Philip's War stuff. So, leave a comment if you're enjoying this. Let me know. Give me some feedback. That always helps. It's always appreciated. So I hope you guys are having a great time. Thank you for watching. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification because that is a thing. Thank you so much. I love you guys.